Hi everybody, hello, welcome to our Sunday afternoon live stream. Today we're back to the grunge, and it's the grunge that we're doing. This journal in particular is a no digis journal. Not allowed digis in here, not at all. So we're making everything, and it's actually turned out to be quite interesting, I think, and possibly a little bit less expensive. So what I want to do first, before I get on to actually what I'm going to do, is take a good look at what's in this journal, because I'm not sure that I haven't been sort of going ahead doing things without you. In fact, I think I probably have. So this is the cover that we've been using as the sort of, well, because the journal started out as 3 signatures, but as you can see, I'm really glad that we decided to split them up. I mean, that's quite a chunky little one for one, to journal in itself. So that's the cover, and inside of the cover we've got the gusseted envelope. So that comes open, stenciled a little bit inside, and then it's gusseted on each side, so you can get, see, so it's nice and wide. You can get quite a lot of stuff in there, and I quite like to do that on the inside cover of a journal. It's really handy for instant stuff that you haven't got time to journal about, or you just want to keep hold of. Train ticket, theatre ticket, not that I'm suggesting you take this to the theatre. Oh dear. But instant things, and you just pop them in there, close them up, and then at some stage hence you'll think, oh, I've got those things in that envelope that I need to put into pockets, or whatever it may be. So that's that there. Then the first sort of page is a blank page. It's a journaling page, and all I've done is used my illegible text stamp quite lightly over this coffee stained paper, and the coffee stained paper is just gorgeous. I love it. And I've used some of this framers tape. Now I know you're not all familiar with the framers tape, so let me just show it to you. This is it. I got mine from Amazon, and it's called Brown Paper Framers Masking Tape, and it's 38 mils wide, mine is anyway, and it's 50 meters long, so it's a bit fatter than this when I got it. And it's just, I love it for things like this. It just sort of ages it up effortlessly, totally effortlessly. And on the top of here I've put, you might remember Mr. F bought a t-shirt with a skull on. Do you remember?
It's behind you.
Oh, it's behind me. Well, I can't work over here. Can you move me to the other side perhaps?
I can move you anywhere you like, my dear.
That's a bit better there. Yeah, this is a t-shirt that Mr. F got, and I just made tabs out of it and glued them on, and that's a little safety pin, a little Tim Holtz safety pin with a key charm on it there, and it goes over to the other side. This was just some bits we had left over, really. There were remnanty rubbishy bits, and I stuck them all together, sewed down there, and got ourselves a little tuck spot in there. And this is the same legible stamp, but I've just added a couple of pieces of masking tape to this. It's Tim Holtz. He doesn't call it washi, he calls it, I don't know. He's got some fancy name for it anyway, but it's washi. Oh, talking of Tim Holtz, did anybody see the live that he did last night after I'd finished? He has introduced a new colour, another new colour, to the Distress range. This time it's called Villainous something, I don't know, can't remember. It's a purple, like we, I don't know, I don't really think we needed that colour, but I'm sure he knows that some people want to buy all of the colours, and you can't lose, can you, if you're a ranger and you give another colour, add another colour. I don't know, I sound slightly sceptical there. Usually Tim can do no wrong for me, but I think they're introducing 12 new colours, and I'm not so sure we needed any of them really, to be honest. Although I do like the salvaged patina. However, that's just that. Then we've got a page of the Celtic knot book, which I think goes really well with that. And I did coffee stain that, So it was quite white, but it now blends in beautifully. This is a piece of map. I just cut a piece from a map, and it's where I live and where my parents used to live. So I like that. Coffee stained that too, just to knock it back. This page here has got the same treatment as the others. Legible text, bit of ink splashy splash around it, some framers tape, and then it's got this page that there is a video of me making this. I did make it live. And it opens up and it opens out. So you've got lots and lots of journaling space. You've got all of that, and then when you close that up, you've got all of that, and it just sits there. Very nice. Sorry about that. That was Mr. F kicking the cat.
No, there's a cat running into the thing.
Oh, right.
Villainous Potion.
Villainous Potion, yeah. It's a weird name, isn't it? Anyway, on this page, this was a drop cloth, which I pressed into action by sticking onto a piece of card, put some black lace around the bottom. The back of the page had the same as ever on it. That's the same kind of throughout the book. That's a Tim Holtz tag that I just put some ribbon and stuff in the top. He just wants to be around us, that's the thing. This was a piece of tissue, a rose, very shabby chic rose tissue, and I sprayed ink over the top of it, blah blah, sewed around it, put some ribbon in, and one of these Tim Holtz, as he calls them, paper dolls in there, so they fit in there quite nicely. That's Mushroom Page, which has also been coffee stained. I love this, it fits in so nicely, I really love it. And then we've got this page. I did this again live, I'm sure. It's got a little Tim Holtz peep on the front, and he's sitting on this box, which was from that paper pad heirloom. It folds out, so there's a bit of journaling on there. This is a Tim Holtz journaling card, so there's journaling on the back of that. And once again, this was a drop cloth, you know, the cloth that I'd been using to mop up inks and stuff. And this paper clip, I slit the paper and I pushed it down. I must have pushed it just down the back of there. I thought I'd put it down two sides, but no. So that fits in there. That paper clip's just got a little bit of lace at the top. That comes over there, and then this little tag that I die cut goes over like that, and it's got a little brad in there, so it closes the whole thing up like that. It's another journaling page, got slightly more on it. These were scraps of the book pages once I'd cut them out, and I just stenciled over them. I've put some framers tape on, a big number there, which I like that page actually, and it's a good journaling page. This is an envelope, and I slit the top, and so we have that in there. That again is drop cloth with just a ribbon in the top. That's pretty, isn't it? That's just so pretty, I like that. And that just slides down into there. It's got journaling on the back. This you watched me make, and it's got it's got a little journaling card in there. I'll put some coffee stained paper on the back. Yeah, I like that. That was some of our jelly plate printing that we did, which I hugely enjoyed, and I hope you did too. This is the other side of the envelope. Another journaling card, which I think you might have watched me make, and a very similar journaling card in there with a bit of coffee stained paper on the back. And now this I just did this morning, so I know that you haven't seen this before. This is just, let's take these out. Same page as ever, but I tore out a rough square. You see it's not quite square there, but that's fine. It's kind of what I was after. And then this is a stamp. I've got a stamp of these books that I stamped onto some coffee stained paper. I inked all around it to give it a kind of older sort of feeling. I should point out this page has also got a tab and a key on it. And then I put this in it. Now this, I think, I made during the roller prompts. I don't know where else it's come from if that wasn't where it was. And Moon Willow was asking at the beginning where I get my embroidery appliques from. Now, I don't use embroidery appliques, but I'm wondering if this is what you mean. This is just a piece of lace, and I've cut out these 3 flowers out of a piece of lace and stuck them down and gone over them with some ink so they looked a bit shabby. This is just a paper flower which I touched up the edges in ink. And these 2 little pearl things here, which are so pretty, came from Lisa Fisher. She sent them to me from her shop, Paper Lace and Bling, which is in the States. Well worth going to have a look at, any of you that are in the States. She's got some gorgeous things, and she finds them. They're all her finds. And so if you see something that you want, buy it, because she won't have very much of it. It'll just be whatever she's found at a garage sale, that sort of thing. So that goes into there like that. I just cut it down a little bit and it goes into there like that. Then I've got a little craft tag. I just put some hemp in there and I stamped that on there. Today, now and later. I don't know why, I just liked it. So that's going in there too. And then this is a Reserve Bank of New Zealand $100. This note is legal tender for $100. If only that were the case. It's not. I have a book of them, and they are actually to-do lists on the back. The most successful people in the world start their day with a list of things to do. That'll be why I'm not successful then, I guess. And that just pops over there just to hold those in place like that. So it's an easy page once you break it down. Then over the page we've got another journaling page. In here we've got Uncle Jim. Yes, we have. And I was talking to the ladies and they told me that their name is Doris and Dolores. Those are their names. So we've got Doris, Dolores and Uncle Jim. I don't think they're related. They didn't tell me they were related. Oh, I can't get over him. He's just so smart. But you watched me make this, and actually later on, I saw that Janya had posted her version of it into the group, and it was just so good. Well done, Janya. It was really good. But it's a nice little, nice little thing to make that, and it's nice for the centre of the book. I have put lace down both these sides because it's a centre spread, and I wanted to sort of jazz it up a little bit, I guess. So it's got lace down both sides, and on each side of the centre spread I've got one of these tags here, tabs I guess they're called. This another journaling page. Then over here we've got, well, it's a tummy tuck. For those of you uninitiated, that's a belly band, but it's a horizontal one. And I've got the stitching down there from where I stitched the lace on here, which I quite like. I like that. So it's just got this horizontal tummy tuck, and I've put goals and a line, like you're going to write what your goals are. At this exact moment, my goal is to get through this live without doing anything too stupid. That's my goal. So I could write that in there, but I won't because it's not my journal. And this is just a piece of craft paper. Now, I've told you before, I've got craft paper that is 100 GSM. I'm not sure what that is in the States, but it's thin. It's like copier paper. So I just folded it over like that, folded it over again, and then I took my punch, my edge punch, and just put that in along the side. And I quite like that. And then I got a stencil out, and it just went all over the outside, inked around the edges. So that's a really good piece of journaling there. And it just slides into there like that. And I think it looks nice on the page. Quite like that. This is the other side of the envelope, and this is the... Oh dear, this is the sort of pocket that was in the bin, out the bin, in the bin, out the bin. I'm glad it's out the bin. I do like it. And behind there, just like the other one, we've got little journaling cards that I've just done a little bit of sewing on. And in the back here, we've got the other pocket. This was a jelly plate print that I, oh goodness, what do you call it? What do you call this? When you go through it, stenciled on. And that's the journaling card for that side. Another bit of jelly plate printing, bit of sewing down each side. And the big card at the back is this one, which is another piece of the same drop cloth. I really do like that. It's dramatic. I like it. And you couldn't make it. You know, you just couldn't. It's happened through just mopping up things randomly. You know, this pink splash down here. It's really nice. So let's just get that back in there. Like that. Here we've got a journaling page. This page I like. It's contender for page of the journal for me. It's framers tape. This is, I've stamped on here. I've stenciled these. That's a stamp. And it just, I don't know, it just comes together. It's just nice. I like it. Then on this page, we've got a long side pocket. And the rest of the page is treated as normal. This is Tim Holtz washi tape, for want of a better word. These are just scraps of paper that I just sewed through and stuck them onto. This piece of jelly plate. I don't know if you can see it, but it's got a real, yeah, you can there. A real sort of glimmer to it. It's lovely. And this I made. It's just a little trifold. I'm sure you must have seen me do these before. It's just out of one sheet of A4 or US letter would be the same. And I've creased along the bottom, I've folded these two up, that one back, so you end up with something like this. I'll show you how I made this in the next journal, because you remember we've got 3 grunge journals to get through, which is why I'm pressing on. And I put some more of the found relatives in here. This looks a bit like their wedding, to be honest, and he doesn't look best impressed by it, if I'm honest with you. And in the back of those I've put jelly plates printing, and I've sewn on them, and the pocket themselves I've stamped on and added bits to, and these bits here are numbers that I've embossed with copper embossing stuff, journaling. Then the other side is that with 2 bits of journaling and 1 found relative there. So that's a nice little trifold, and it just fits into that pocket in there. Then we've got the back of the mushrooms. Then we've got this one. Pretty sure I showed you this. This little notebook here. It's made up of all different sorts of paper. There's book pages. There's all sorts in it, craft. There's a bit of jelly printing that I had left, just a tiny bit, and I made it into a ruffle to go there. This was a stamp that I had, and I've sewn all the way around that. I've made it a gusseted pocket so it can hold the book, and that's just a bit of that plumber's catalogue, so that goes in there. Yeah, and down the front, that was just a torn off bit from a piece of coffee stain paper, but it just really lifts the book, you know, just for the sake of something tiny. And that was distress oxide that I stenciled onto there. You can see it works quite well. And this one, this was a big, well, you can see it. It's a big corner pocket. It's got framers tape and text on it, and a little, the black ribbon that I'm using, I just made into a little ruffle and stuck down there. This is some more of the waste coffee stain paper that I stamped onto, a bit more heavily than I normally stamp onto that. This is another bit of black with some distress oxide in, and this is some of the gel plate printing that we did. And I just sewed down it, just like that. Then this, well, this is a piece of grey card that I cut out, I tore out, so it's not exactly square, which I quite like. Some bits of paper and stuff around it. Then I stamped this rose out, and I really quite liked it. And I put some pink metallic mica spray over it. And I like that, I like the way it came out. So that sits into there, and then I've got a couple of bus tickets in there, pop them in. The other side of the map, the Celtic knot page. Now this is where I'm kind of up to. This is what I was doing just before lunch. This is the last page with a tag on it, so it's right at the bottom. Yeah, this is just a piece of that grey board, and it's just like, it's card, that's all it is, except it's grey. So that's a piece of jelly plate printing there, that's a stamp that's on it, and there's some more of the black ribbon that I've just made into ruffle, thank you. This here is a piece of craft card, torn it out, inked around the edges. That's a stamp that I've got, so I stamped it onto coffee stained paper, sewed all around it, and stuck it onto the craft card. That's what we've got. Probably got journaling there on the back, I would have thought. And this, I stuck it along the top, and I stuck it down that side to give us a tuck spot there. I'm going to come back to that one because I want to make something else to go into there. This is journaling, and this desperately needs some help. It's very sad looking. So today I hope to concentrate on something to go into there, another card, journal card, and something to do something about this because it's sad. It's really sad. And once that's finished, our journal is finished apart from the cover. And I'm not organised on what the cover is going to be yet. I really don't know. I'm kind of tempted to make it in sort of brown paper or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Anyway, let's get on with the journaling card that we're going to put into here. Shall we have a roll call?
We can indeed. We've got Moon Willow.
Hiya, Moon.
Kim.
Hi, Kim.
Roz.
Hello, Roz. Hello, Jim.
Jen.
Hi, Jen.
Mike.
Hi, Mike. Thanks for joining us from Colorado.
They may have gone by now, but they did join us. Noella.
Hi, Noella. Get to bed.
Tommy.
Hi, Tommy.
Tamira.
Hi, Tamira.
Erin.
Hello, Erin.
Jan.
Hi, Jan.
Amanda.
Hello, Amanda.
Gonnie.
Hi, Gonnie.
Flo.
Hiya, Flo.
Lorna.
Hello, Lorna.
Carol.
Hi, Carol.
Shaz popped on briefly. She's at a wedding. So
Oh.
she might not still be there.
Hiya, Shaz.
Rachel.
Hi, Rachel.
Michelle.
Hi, Michelle.
Terry.
Hello, Terry.
Kay.
Hiya, Kay.
If I missed you, shout out.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us. Let's see if we can make something for here. Now, I did somewhere, yes, here it is. I cut out a piece of craft card that I thought would fit nicely tuck nicely into there, and it does, that's fine, happy with that. So what I thought I would do, let's put that somewhere where it's not going to cause an avalanche, is get some of my jelly plate printing papers out. And I have been using away at them, and I don't seem like I've got loads left. Oh, that one we did for Keong, and that one, so I can pop those. There's that one, that's quite nice. That's not quite enough of that. Oh, that's nice. That's got a real glint behind it. Oh, quite like that. I'll leave that out. That's quite nice as well. Not this one. I'm not awfully keen on this one. It'll have its place, but
Needs another going over.
it does really. This one with the butterfly stamps in. I do like this, but not for where I wanted, I don't think. My last remaining sheet of deli paper. That was just a runoff for the brayer, and I'll keep that because I'll keep adding to it, and eventually we might get something that's quite nice. Who knows? That's just a remnant. That, yeah, that's okay. This one needs something over the top of it. No, I didn't like it then. I don't like it now. Having said that, when I look at it on the screen, it looks quite nice. I'll leave it out. No, not that one. That one's okay, and that one's okay. Oh, that's just too many. There's too many that's okay. Let's just have a shuffle through them again. See what I like. Do like that one. Yeah, let's use this one. Okay, so I just want to, I guess, just tear this slightly smaller than the card. So let's get my tear ruler out. So another thing about jelly paper, it tears so easily. It's magical. So I want this slightly smaller than the card, so about there. Just remove the card, tear down there. Tear off the top. Have I got room to play with? A little bit. Just tear off this top because there's not much going on there. That's because I got all flippant. It's horrible when you're left with just a tiny little bit to tear off. It never wants to come off properly. Right, so where do I need this? That's going to go there like that. So I just need to see where that's going. About there. Okay, that's fine. So we've got something to stick onto there. Marvellous.
Lorna said you made a laptop sick. Her husband heard it cough. So she said her laptop's tired.
Oh no, that's no good. Right, okay, so that's going to go there. Now, in an ideal world... Oh, excuse me, I'm going to have to blow my nose. Sorry about that, I knew it was on its way. Just sneaked up a bit too quick. Talking about things being sick, Lorna. It's just a tad too long, that. So I'm just going to tear that off like that. Okay, that's great. Right, so I'm going to ink around my craft, and I'm just going to use the Black Soot Oxide. And I'm using oxide because it's opaque, as you know, so you get a better coverage. Have your bits arrived for your laser thing, Lorna? Honestly, I haven't had it 5 minutes. But it's done good work in that time. Right, so that's that. Let's stick this down there. I'm going to use the art glitter glue. Look at my lovely, lovely, lovely glue topper. It's gorgeous, isn't it? It's from Kay Fisher at Paper Shed UK on Etsy. She does some lovely stuff. Lovely. But when I'm using it all the time, I just use the little blue nipple that I got from eBay, maybe Amazon, because it's easier just to put on and off quickly when I'm working. So this doesn't need very much glue at all. Glue stick is perfect for it, but I don't have my glue book here, so...
Lorna said no bits yet, but they're coming.
Oh, that's good.
She's worn it out.
Well, you have made it work for its living, I'll say that. But it has produced some quite beautiful stuff. No Keon today?
I've not seen her.
No, Nancy? Oh yeah, there's Nancy. Hi Nancy. Busy morning.
Yeah, just come on, as you said it.
Just a little bit
You
further
summoned
up.
her up
I summoned her up, yeah.
with your witchy ways.
Excuse me. Yeah, okay. We back on? Yeah. I'm just going to have a drink of my rum and coke. Delicious. For those of you that don't normally watch me, that's just coke. It's got no rum. It's a virgin coke. Right, so what am I going to do with this? Well, I did get... I've lost her now. Yeah, I got one of the found relatives, look, and I coloured her dress in. I did it with ink. I just put the ink down on my ink board, give it a spritz of water, and then I painted it onto there. So she looks quite good, doesn't she? I think you could probably get away with painting the background as well, actually. But I quite liked her like that. It just stands out. Looks like those old photo tint photographs you used to get. So I quite like that. And I'm going to put her on there, I believe. Further towards the bottom, perhaps. Like that. Yeah, so I'm going to stick... Well, I'll just go through exactly what I intend to do with this, and then we'll work out which order we're going to do it in. I've got this little bit of lace from the dress that Mr. F found. So I intend to sew that around the side. And then I've got these little craft cards. I don't even know where they came from. Charity shop, I think. That I'm just going to stamp on and pop into there. So, do I want to stick her on, or do I want her just to go in the pocket? That's the question. I might have her just in the pocket, actually. So I'm going to stick this down around the edges, but I am going to sew it as well. So Mr. F will have to do a song and dance whilst I go to the sewing machine. I've sprung that on him. But I'm sure you can talk amongst yourselves for a couple of minutes while I go sewing. I used to have the sewing machine on this table, but that was my old little sewing machine, and this big one just does not fit.
Gunny wants to know, did you use distress ink?
Actually, you know, Gunny, I used that. I'll show it you in a sec. Way! Let's just press that down. I'm sure it would work with distress ink, because what I used was very similar.
Tommy says the villainous potion is pretty, but she already has a similar purple.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. This is what I use. These ones, these Eyes Ink ones. And they're dye inks, which is exactly the same as distress. So that's what I used. Actually, that's the colour that I used as well. So I'm pretty sure that distress would work. But I mean, you could always try it first and see what happens. But I'm pretty sure it would. Right, so let's cut off around here. I don't really want to make it ultra tidy, if you know what I mean. Wouldn't mind a bit hanging over, etc. Let's have a look, see what that looks like. Might have to take a little bit off there. My OCD couldn't stand that. Right, so that's my little sort of pocket there. And I'm just going to go and I'm going to sew around all of this, and then I'll be back. So, the table's yours, Mr. F. Do as you wish.
Oh, great. Marvellous. The claw will have to entertain you. Do a little dance, claw.
Won't be long. you entertaining?
The claw was entertaining.
The claw was entertaining. Oh,
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. Right, so I've just sewn around there, as you could probably hear. Thank you, Mr. F, for holding the fort. So now that's sewn down. We've got a little pocket in there, which we can then put our lost relative, found relative. She might have been lost, now she's found. Is she anybody's relative, I should ask? Do any of you recognise her? Is she anyone's aunt, grandma? I know we had Uncle Jim the other day. We haven't got Janya today.
She's lurking.
She's lurking, is she?
She's lurking. She's probably at work, I guess.
She's at work. Right, I just need to find a stamp. Let's see what stamp I can use. Don't forget to be awesome. It's a good day to have a great day. Get stuff done. Oh, I don't know. I've got a stamp here that says don't forget to be awesome, but I don't really like it. So I'm going to cut the awesome off the bottom. Oh, there must be a better stamp than that. I mean, there just has to be. There just absolutely has to be. What's in here? Yeah, they're better, aren't they? Yeah, let's go for some of them.
Sharon says hi.
Hi Sharon, thanks for joining us. What about that one? What about this long one here? That would go on there, wouldn't it? Yeah.
Tommy says she looks like her Aunt Wilma.
Oh, it could be Aunt Wilma. It could be Aunt Wilma. We'll call her Wilma now. That's her name from now on. I don't know where my long stamping thing is, but that should be long enough. Yeah, Wilma. That's her. I knew she would be somebody's relative. Where's my stays on gone? Where has it gone? I had it this morning.
What does it look like?
Stays on. Like just black. Here it is. Here it is. Right. Okay then, let's just ink this up. This is the wrong way. You're supposed to do it the other way, but hody. Supposed to always take your ink pad to your stamp, otherwise you get those horrible edges that I get sometimes. Right, I'm stamping with scant regard for this wallpaper because it's absolutely, its time has passed. So let's stamp that onto there. Has anybody else noticed that stays on smells like almonds? It smells like marzipan on a cake, which I'm not very fond of. Yeah, that's nice actually. It is faint. It's always been faint. I think it's supposed to be faint. But that's fine. Perfect for there. Shut that up. Put my stays on away. Put my thread back in. And then I think we're all... Oh no, I want to put a flower on that mesh, which means I need to dye it with some spray stain. Is there a particular reason that you're out to get me? You want to twist? There we go. I don't want those threads that long. There we are. Right, so that's our pocket there. Yeah, quite like that. That's okay. Looks quite nice. And I want a flower on here. So I've got these quite rather large flowers, but they were all I could lay my hands on. And I think I don't need any more than one. I think one is sufficient. Yeah. It's a shame I haven't got any leaves, but I haven't, so you know I can only use what I can use. Right, I am going to get my spray board out now because it could get dirty. So what I thought I would use is rusty hinge, because I love it. And this one, which I haven't used before, and it's called chopped pesto. Chopped pesto. Now I know that my rusty hinge does have a propensity to leak, so I'll just give it a little Timmy tweak. Timmy wobble. All right.
Timmy wiggle.
Timmy wiggle. And this one's never been used, so it probably needs a bit of it. They haven't got my...
Nuts.
Huh?
Crushed nuts.
Yeah, they haven't got I forgot what I was going to say. They haven't got mica in them, so they don't need a really, really good shake. But let's just say I'm going to build myself a towel dam over here because I don't want it spraying everywhere, over everything. So here's my little dam. Let's get the rusty hinge out first off. It's really, really absorbent, this paper. Whoa, that's a lot. Let's spin that round and see if we can get some green on it as well. So I'm going to go sort of... Oh, that wasn't what I meant to do. Quick, see if we can get some off. Oh yeah, no, that's all right. That's okay, that's okay. I just need to get in here somehow, because that's all a bit white. Shall I use the rusty hinge? I like it better than that pesto. Yeah, that's fine. That's got it. Wow, look at that. It's so pretty, actually. So here's my cloth, and it's in a sorry state, I can tell you. But let's just clean this up. And then I think I probably need to get myself a new cloth. It's probably...
Looking nice, though.
Yeah, it's looking nice. So here we are, we've got our flower. Which I want to put...
You cut them in half, do you?
No, I'll leave them that size, actually.
All right.
Thank you. And I'm just going to put that down there, and I think it'll look quite nice with her dress colour. Thanks very much. I might slide that in behind, actually, like that. So I'm going to glue this on, but the thing is, I don't want to glue it, the glue to go right through. So I'm going to have to find something like this, actually, is ideal. Something, oh, I think I threw something in the bin earlier. Yeah, this is perfect. It's just a little bag that some napkins came in. So I'm just going to put that in behind the behind where this flower's going. That's the plan. Like that. I think that's all right. Stick that down there. Art glitter. Art glitter is your friend.
Ross says that flower looks brilliant. Look how it turned out.
It's amazing, isn't it, Ros? Amazing. Looked a bit dire before I wiped it, you know, dried it off a bit. So there we go. Let's pop that there. Then when it's dry, we can pick the... Ooh, look at that white underneath. We can pick them up a little bit. Give it a bit more dimension. That's fine. So I'm just going to leave that just now, just like that. And our lady and our tag. So that's all of that. Now, what was I going to do with regards... That's also going in that page as well, isn't it? Yeah. So the next problem... Well, it's not a problem. It's not a problem, is it? The next thing that we have to do is the inside back cover. Behave yourselves. So I think the first thing that I'm going to do is use some... is actually decorate this itself. So I need some framers tape, possibly some of the Tim's washi tape, but I don't know where I had a big clean up yesterday because I was doing Kyung's thing, the collaboration with Kyung. Now I can't find anything at all. Now I've even forgotten what I was looking for. Washi tape. Tim's washi tape. No, I didn't put it back in there. That would have been too much to ask. Ah, here it is. Oops. Right, what does he call it? Design tape. That's what he calls it. But I think that we probably need a few more stamps or something on there. So let's get this pack out again. I dropped one and I think I kicked it right under the table. Oh, thanks, Mr. F. You're a good one. I like these. I like these stamps that are just the numbers. I like them. Here we are. Here's our stamp pad. So let's pop that onto there. You're going to stay. Yay. Of course I'm going to stay. Okay. Right. Back to the stays on. You can use a mixture of brown and black, and I think sometimes that looks quite nice actually. That's it. That's the right way up. I quite like these sort of straight on the page. I don't know why, but I do.
Lorna says they look like prison numbers.
Yeah, they do a bit, don't they? Yeah, they do a little bit. I don't know if there's room on the page for both of those. This one...
Do you think she's speaking from experience?
It could well be. It really could well be. This is like a sum, like maths. I'm going to have to stamp it out onto my new bit of paper because I don't know which way's up. I can't tell which way's up. Ah, the other way. That way. Oh, this is a really nice stamp. Let's put it going that way. In fact, let's just put a bit of paper there so I can stamp over that pocket. Without going onto the pocket. There we go. That looks nice. I like that. Right, and then we've got the number 5, the 8, this whatever. So let's go with the 8. I like him. Stick that right up in this corner. I hope it's not upside down, but I don't know if you can tell anyway. Oh no, that looks alright. It's like an 8 ball. Number 5. Anybody remember that film, Short Circuit? Number 5. It's a number 2. I think it's a number 2, but I just keep putting it on the wrong way around. Yeah, that's upside down. So it's that way. I did that before somewhere, do you remember? Let's bring my piece of scrap in again and put that on there. Like that. Most of it won't go on. In fact, none of it went on. Let's just ink that up again. Just pop that there. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. That's okay. I don't think we need anything more stamp-wise on there. Let's just stamp that off onto there. Okay.
Lorna says her husband had to go to prison once, though.
Did he indeed?
Had to see a guy for a case he was working on.
Oh. Do you know, I think it would be really scary, even just, like your husband, just going in there to see someone, just in case they, didn't let you out. Do you know what I mean? It's possible, isn't it?
Oh yeah, it happens all the time.
But you'd think it, you know, in your head you'd think, oh, they might not let me out. Because look at me. I look like a thief. I hope I don't. Right, I've got some lace here, which I'm thinking I might put along the top of there, because that's looking, it's just so square and so meh, so not good. Where's this stuff? Yeah, this is what I'm after. That's the next one up, so let's use it. I'm going to put this over the sides of that pocket because I don't like them. They're just too straight for my liking. So I'm just going to put them there like that. Just to sort of bring them into play. Maybe a bit of framers tape on the other side because that's not doing much for me. A bit along here. Just put it wherever you think it looks nice. There's no kind of formula to this. Always burnish your washi down because you never know. It might just come undone. I mean, it might, seriously. And some, if the washi that you've got is really not sticky, make sure you glue it in place because you don't want somebody to get it and it just falls apart. Right, I'm going to put this up here, up this side here. So I've got a straight edge there, so that's going up the spine edge. Like that. Down to there. I'm just going to crease around where that pocket is. Lovely. And just burnish. Okay, and I'm just going to trim that bottom edge off. It's just a little on the long side. That's it. Yeah, it's beginning to come into this. It's beginning to look all right now, I think. It looked like it had just been forgotten about actually prior. You can't be having that. Let's just tear that off there. I'm going to put this, I'm going to start this under that 8, down there, come down there and down there, over the top of that other washi, but that doesn't matter. I just need to get my scalpel. The gnomes still haven't brought back my original scalpel. Don't know what their game is, I'm sure. Just need to cut that, the top of this pocket. That's it, and this side. That's that. And then give it a decent burnish in there. And along there. Yeah, this is looking better, I believe. Right, okay, so now we have to think of something to put into here alongside. Oh, I was going to put some lace on, wasn't I? Yeah, I was. I don't know which lace. This one actually looks quite nice. I don't know how come I ended up with all this black lace, because you know, this is really the first grunge I've ever done, so I'm unsure why I've got so much of it, but I do, so that's helpful. So I'm going to put that along there like that. Yeah, does that look all right or not? I still think we need something here. I think we need something there. A bit of coffee stained paper, perhaps.
Or a stamp.
A stamp. Stamp onto the coffee stain and then stick it on, because that's quite dark. What I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a couple of strips of, I'm going to tear, should I say, a couple of strips of coffee stained paper. Then I'm going to That might be a bit too... No, it might be alright. Might be alright, that bit. And I'm going to tear another bit. Like that. Just bring a bit of interest to this because it's looking dull. Boy, is it looking dull. Right, so if I put that there like that, put that way, so I've got that there, and then this, so it goes sort of like that. Glue them together, so a zigzag across them. Yeah, that's, yes, much better for the couple of seconds it took to do it. Let's ink those up then. Ink. Ink. Oh my goodness. You alright, my love?
Yeah. Just get your machine ready.
Oh,
because I might as well sew it.
Yeah. Oh, are you going to sew it?
Well, I'm better at sewing than entertaining.
Put it onto number 5.
5 is alive.
Yeah, it's a zigzag.
Lovely.
Just going to do these quickly. I won't be long.
Nobody's in a rush.
Okay, cookie.
Amanda said she was eating a jam donut, so I've fallen out with her.
Have you?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't blame you. I don't blame you at all. Jam donut. We didn't go out yesterday after we did the live because, well, I don't know, we just didn't. But we are going to go out after today's live. And that takes us to a shop that sells jam donuts. But no, I don't think we'll buy any. I'm just going to put a minus drop of this on. Just to make it slightly easier for you to sew. You don't want to be pieces to be flying everywhere, do you? Yeah, I think that's going to be alright, that. Go there. Oh yeah, that looks much better. Just kind of roughly over that middle bit. Or anywhere.
All the way.
Doesn't matter, all the way, yeah, please. So I'm going to stick this on here. This bit of lace. Oh, come on, art glitter. You all right?
Yep.
There we go, right. Oh, lovely. Perfect, thank you. So that's that. Let's just trim that off, but maybe not right on the end of the pocket. Just like that. I think that's okay. I think it's glued. This bit that Mr. F did's just fine, grand and dandy. I could, if I wanted, get that up there like that. Yeah, which I think I probably do want. I quite like that. It's amazing what you can make out of just some scraps. That's why I prefer to call my scraps remnants, because you never know when you might need them again. Particularly things like coffee stain paper and that, they're always coming in useful. So I'm just going to slide this up under that lace, like that. That's great, marvellous. Right, I'm happier with that, much happier, but I still think that I might put a big number on there.
Do a number on it.
Yeah, do a number on it. Oh, yeah, and the pack that the numbers come in, it's also got like at and hashtag. Question mark. Let's do the question mark, because who actually knows what's going on? Question mark, where is it? Here it is. So let's pop that onto there and get the steel on. I just like the idea of the last page having a question mark on it. Like, did you learn anything? What? What? If Janya was watching or commenting, she just said that. She'd have said, what? I think that's okay. They're sort of done in a way that they're meant to look distressed. So let's plonk. Let's not plonk anything. Let's place that there. So much work goes into a journal, isn't there, that people don't realise. You know, that's just a pocket and it's taken us ages. Yeah, I like that. Like that a lot. What do you think of our question mark, Mr. F?
Questionable.
Don't be stupid. Right, okay. I've got a bit of ink left on that, so I'm just going to stamp it off onto my new drop cloth. It kind of cleans the stamps and it gives me a bit of ink on my drop cloth. Lovely. Right, so now all I need to do is do another card to go in there. Right, I'm in a right how do you do here. There's stuff everywhere, so just bear with me a second till I have a bit of a tidy. Thank you so much. I think I've finished with that lace and that lace and the found relatives, so I can put those away. Right, so I need a piece of craft, which I'm sure I cut. Yes, that piece there. Let's put that tear ruler away, it's annoying me. And I want to just cover this once again with some of our jelly plate printing. So let's go back to the jelly plate printing. I kind of like that one. I might use this one. What about this one? That, yeah. I don't know, is it too purple? It's very purple. I'm going to use that one. I'm going to chicken out. I'm going to chicken out and use that one. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to put collal all over the wrong side of the craft paper. And by wrong side, I mean the side that's a bit less coloured. It feels a bit less finished. The other side, dripping glue everywhere. The weather forecast today, well, it's raining, it's damp, but it is warmer than it's been for a couple of days. We're at 10 degrees today, where we have been at about 3 of late. Right, so that's the wrong side, so I want to stick it onto here. About there is fine, I think. I mean, it might be wrong. Who knows?
This first frost, didn't we, 2 nights ago?
Yeah, we did. We had our first frost. Honestly, autumn, summer ended all of a shot. One day it was summer, and the next it was the back end of the year. You know, it was just, didn't it? It just came all of a shot. Right, so there we go. Let's cut off around here. Hope we've got it right.
It's a race to see who can eat the most cheese off the plate.
Oh, right. My guess is Bobby will win.
It's got a bigger tongue.
Yeah, but Catkin can nip in. At least they're not fighting each other for it, are they?
Nope.
Bobby's a really good boy. That is not straight. Not in any way, shape or form. Right. Let's have a look and see what we've got. Oh yeah, that's all right. That's okay. I quite like that. So I want to make this into a tag. So I need my plastic template, which could actually be anywhere. Pretty sure it's on the table because I had it earlier. Either that or I'm just going to have to, I'll just do it the old-fashioned way. I'll cut one side off, spin it round like that, and cut the other side off. This is why I have a template, because it's a faff. I think that's about it. Oh, now I can't cut it because I got my finger in the way. I think that's about right, actually. It's okay, it's not too bad. So I'm going to ink around that. What did I have in mind that I was going to put on there, I wonder? I don't know, can't remember. Oh, I was going to do it like the other one. Yeah, okay. Right, so let's ink around there. Ink. There's the ink, there's the dauber. Let's get cracking. It's really nice, this one, isn't it? Actually, that day, was it last Sunday, was it, when we did the jelly plate printing? We got some pretty good prints, really. And I was a bit disappointed at the time, but in hindsight, looking back over them, I think we did all right. Has anybody bought a jelly plate? Anybody going to have a try at it? It is probably the more artsy side. Well, there's no probably about it. It is the more artsy side of junk journaling, definitely. In fact, it's veering very close to art journal territory.
Kyung did.
Is Kyung there?
Mm-hmm.
Hello, Kyung. I didn't see you earlier. Hello. Right, so that's
Said
going.
It was fun, but she had no idea what she was doing.
Well, I don't know that you ever do, really. I'm just looking back. I had a tag that I wanted to copy the style of. That thing's fallen out of there, but I think we're all right because it's dry. So I can put that in there. Our found relative with a painted dress. Goes nicely with that. I'm just going to tuck that into the back there. And I'm going to put her on the page where she belongs. Which is there, isn't it? Yeah, there. That's it. That's annoying. She's just at the height where the card goes in. That's very annoying. Never mind, I'll think of a way to get around that. Might just trim around her. But that's that anyway. Now where's that big journaling card that I had? Where is it? This one. This is the one that I sort of want to do to kind of copy really for the back. So that's just, I've inked around it. That's just a bit of lace and it's got a flower and some ribbon. Okay.
Nancy's got to go.
All right, Nancy, thank you so much for joining us.
There's a football game calling.
Oh. Okay, so
Amanda Roberts had a jelly plate for ages, she's just not used it.
I think a lot of people are like that, you know, I really do. So I just want some lace and I want sort of 3 flowers, or that big flower might look quite nice. Let's cut that out.
Moon Willow ordered one, she can't wait to try it.
Yeah, well just don't get too frustrated. Have a look back through what we did last Sunday. Because sometimes you have to leave the paint to dry on it. Sometimes you don't want it to dry on it. I don't know, it's a funny old thing as a jelly plate.
Yeah. Just don't put too much paint.
Yeah, don't put too much paint. If you've got too much paint on your brayer, just roll it off. And very often those rolled off pieces can be really nice. So don't think of it as being a waste of paint, because it's absolutely not. going with this flower? Does anybody know? Need to cut up there.
Sharon says she blew a craft budget first week in October.
I've been really quite good of late, actually. Well, relatively good. Yeah, that's all right. Shall I put that? No, I wanted to put the top, don't I? Is that too big up there? Yeah, I think I just need the flower, not that bit of leaf. I might can get it in under it or something. Yeah, so just that flower. Is that the right side? Yeah, that's the right side. So that's going to go there. I want a little space to get my ribbon through. And this leaf, let's see if we can put it down there. Yeah, I think that looks all right. So I just need to stick that on. Oh, this was going to go as well, wasn't it? In that where the lady is, the found relative, whose name I've blinking forgotten. Wilma. This was going to go in there as well, wasn't it? There's no room for it. It doesn't need it. In that case, then it can go in the back. In that pocket there.
Tommy's got the 6 inches by 6 inches one. She thought it'd be perfect for journals.
Yeah, it's just that generally pages in a journal are more than 6 inches. I use my 6 by 6, but I think the 8 by 10 is, if I was advising anybody, I'd say the 8 by 10 is probably the way to go. Let's put some glue on the back of here. But, you know what the journaling that you do, and you know what size you use. Far be it from me.
Come here, you little rat.
Show him off.
Show him off.
Yeah.
There's not much to show off, is there, really?
He's a nice little fella.
Yeah, Bob will get jealous and I can't pick him up.
Bob doesn't understand.
Right, here we go. Over that way.
Right, so I've got a lot of that glue coming through. So, thanks for your help, Catkin. Couldn't do it without you. So let's just see if we can get some of that glue up. I think that'll be all right. Dries clear, the art glitter, so I think we'll be fine with that. I'm just going to stick these little leaves on as well. Ooh. Bobby.
Bless you, Bob.
Let's just pop that down there like that and squish that on. I might colour some more flowers actually and put them there and there, or two there, but I won't do that today because I'm going to have a good look for the white flowers, the ones that I really want. So let's just get this out, see where we think halfway is. About there-ish, I think. Let's make an owl. Yeah, I don't think that's too bad. That's all right. Pop some ribbon in it. Oh, I was going to put an eyelet in there actually. I'll just put a gold, that one is. I've been getting on lately much better setting my eyelets with this little cheap tool than I am with my big crocodile actually. I don't know, it seems to make a bit of a better job of them. Right, ribbon, here we go. Let's pass that through the hole, and I'm just going to make a bow on the top. Am I? No, I might put some gold on it. Yeah, I think I might put some gold on. So I'm going to trim that there. See if I can get that through again, so I'll have 4 bits. I don't know if I can actually. Oh yeah, there we go. Marvellous. Right, so is that square? Yeah, is that square? I think so. Lovely. So let's trim that off as well. About there. Then I'm just going to tie those off with the gold braid that I always use because I like it. Okay, where is it? Okay, I'm going to use hemp because I've no idea where my gold braid is. That'll be fine anyway. That's lovely. I'm just going to tie a bow. You could just tie a knot and cut the ends off if you wanted to. You could leave your ends long and put a bead on them if you wanted to. There's lots of ways of finishing it off really. But a simple straight up bow will do me nicely, I think. Like that. Right, let's trim those off to there. Lovely. And let's tidy these up because they're a right show. Oh, didn't get to the end of that one. That must have something stuck on my scissors, I think. This isn't doing a very good job at all. That's better. Right, so now I'm going to singe the ends and then put it in the journal and see what it looks like. There should be one more, I think, this one.
Running low on gas with it.
Make you think that, wouldn't it? Right, there we go. Lovely. Let's just spread those out, pop them in our journal and see what it all looks like. I haven't even got room here to show you. Let's just send everything flying. Right, so that is going to go in our back cover like that. So that's going to go there. Fits in nicely. Then that. Lovely. So that's what we've done today. We've done all of this. And we've done this, which I'm not entirely absolutely happy with because the lady is just, she just catches that bit there. So I'm going to trim it down. Everybody knows I can't cut straight, so this should be interesting. It's just going to annoy me forever if I don't, so. Right, let's have a look at that now then. Yeah, that's much better. We've got space there now. I mean, it's only 1/4 of an inch or so, but it's enough. And put that in there as well. That maybe could do with something else in this pocket. There's room for something else. But ostensibly, that is the journal finished. Apart from the cover, which I will attend to through the week. Right, so I don't think I'm going to be doing a live next weekend, either the Saturday or the Sunday. I think we all, well, by all I mean Mr. F and me, need a bit of a break. We've been doing a lot. We've been doing the Back to Basics, the Grunge Journal, the something else on the go as well. I can't remember what it is even. Kyung, yeah. So I'll have a word with Kyung and see if she's happy with me recording it, or if she really wants it to be alive or whatever. But I'll let you know on the group. So I'll let you know on the group when I am going to return. I think you guys have probably had enough for the time being as well, to be honest. The figures that we have on Saturdays and Sundays are not at all what they used to be. So I think that, you know, people are getting a bit tired of it. Maybe it's all a bit samey, I don't know. But it takes me a long time to prep for these and set up for these. And on the day that I'm doing them, that's all I do. I prep for the live, then I do the live, and I've got no other time left to crack on with things. So yeah, I'll just say that for the time being there won't be any more lives, but I will let you know on the group what's going on. I'll finish the Back to Basics series, because actually all it needs now pretty much is the cover. All this needs now is the cover, and the Kyung's collaboration. I'll go on with that, but I'd prefer if it was a video, if she didn't mind. Yeah, she's saying of course you can just record it, so that's fine. So thanks, Flo. We will enjoy the break. We need a break. I think we're as guilty as everyone else of thinking it might have become just a little bit samey. So I need to recharge my creative batteries. I hope you have enjoyed, however, what we've done today, and I hope you like this little grunge journal. I do. I like it very much, actually. And I'll see you, when I see you, I'll still be on the group, so you'll still be able to contact me on the group. Please carry on posting your things on the group. I love to see them. You post some sterling work. And enjoy yourselves and behave yourselves, and thank you for your support up until this point. Sorry?
Didn't say a word.
Oh, I thought you said So I'll see you all when I see you. Behave yourselves. Bye.
Bye, take care, be safe, be happy, see you soon, bye.